Alright. Oops, let me switch mics. Alright, I'm back with Of the Devil. And I forgot to message you, Ocean. But as soon as I saw your first, I didn't need to message you, it seems. But yeah. Thank you for checking the YouTube, Ocean. Appreciate it. I do have my voice mod set up. I'm not sure if it's going to be optimal or not. But, yeah, let me try. Does this sound different? Oh, wait.
Test, test. Test, test.
Yep, it works. Okay, okay. I may not have a voice for everyone. I have the voices of everybody important. I do have general voices too. And then Adjutant Emma. Sarah, okay. Alright, so we're gonna continue. We left off going to recess, right? And I don't think we returned yet, so let's go ahead and continue this. Hopefully there's more left. I guess we'll see. Alright.
So, Aria Holdings is not part of House Icaria?
No, it is. House Icaria is compromised of the literal Icaria family, the Icaria Financial Group, and Aria Holdings. But each of those parts is separate identity from the others.
That is very confusing.
No, it's... well, yes, it can be confusing, but it protects us.
Protects the IFG?
No, protects the house from itself.
Everyone in the Icaria family was a member of the IFG, and the IFG was called the Icaria family. That'd be much simpler.
I know, it would be simpler, but that's... Who the hell is this
guy to keep Robert waiting?
Are you addressing your question to me? I've never met the man. Well, he's...
Then you smacked you upside the head and cuffed you.
If you say so. I told you, I don't remember anything after I walked out of that holding room. Chime in at any
time.
Apologies, Adonai. I was just trying to answer your question. Who the hell is Officer Rogers? You find
his socials or something?
I found the news story attached to a live feed.
Also, I don't know if this voice changer is like changing fast enough. Is it changing fast enough, well enough? I hope it is. Because right now I'm looking at my Steam Deck and I'm like, alright, it's lighting up this voice, so it must be loading. Not really. It's not changing fast enough. let me see. Connected to VC face? What the fuck? It changes after a couple words of the sentence. Ah, I see, I see. Hold on.
Test, test.
Test, test.
Test, test.
Test, test.
Test, test. Test, test.
Ah,
That's weird. Okay, let's try it again and see.
I found a news story attached to a live feed. He's shaking hands with some men at the top of some stairs. Right now,
what's the headline?
city council members thank heroic officer for his service. Oh,
Oh, that makes sense.
How can it? Animals out already.
If the politicians decided now was the time to do photo ops, he doesn't have a pull to go against them.
Are Officer Chauhan's parents there?
yes, both of his fathers were present. Adoptive fathers.
Are you trying to make me feel better? Adoptive or not, they are his parents, and their pain is real. Of course.
Pain would be equally real if they weren't expressing it in front of those cameras, don't you think? If you're feeling guilty, Sasuke, please get it out of your system before the trial resumes.
I don't feel guilty. Even if I did kill that officer, I wouldn't lose sleep over it. But that doesn't make it right.
Taking a life?
Parents having to outlive their children. And
Here I find beauty all about filial piety. You telling me you wouldn't take a bullet for your patriarch, Daisuke?
of course I would. And force him to
With his son? How could you?
adopted son from a branch family.
I mean, the other son was adopted too, but point still stands, I guess.
Do I need to
Coming out how badly you're contradicting yourself?
Also, how's the voice changer? Is it smoothly changing now, or is it still off? Because when it changed smoothly, I had it on the on top of the screen. Like it was the focus on the screen. And for some reason, it's connected to my VC face. It's better sometimes off, but still better than earlier. Okay. Yeah, I gotta look at this setting here. It says it's connected to my VC face, my VTuber thing. Alright.
Dicey Icaria could have let him waste away when the rest of the Ayakawa branch was killed. Instead, he placed me on the right hand of power, a seat of honor. A subservient
see.
All seats are subservient. Not the one at the top.
I didn't know the rest of your bird family died, Sasuke.
Retaliation for the fall of the leaves. Quite a dignified way.
Referred to the Ikari killing all those blue bloods 30 years ago. Anyway, it was my understanding that that was a complete and total victory. The kind that left the blue bloods incapable of counterattacking.
Very nearly so.
Do you disprove of what happened 30 years ago, Sasuke?
Of course not. The body of the house's enemies left it with no choice but to act. No way out, huh?
By the way, I was asked to pass along a message to you. If you're given a way out, take it.
Who told you that?
Oh shit. Did they say that we could mention them? I forgot. I mean, Makoto's a lie. Mirai's the truth. Won't say, just won't say. I forgot what they told us. I don't think we have Mirai's profile here, right? Oh, we do, but I don't think it's gonna tell us anything. Representative. Turn right, there's a photo. And even then... let's tell the truth, I guess. Mirai. If I remember correctly, they said to not mention them. Oh. Oops. Well, too late now.
He said her name was Mirai. Who is she?
A powerful member of the house, on the side of Arya. Slow down. Oh, oops. Slow down.
Useless. I didn't ask for her whole life story.
What? Oh, sarcasm. Sorry, I'm just surprised. Surprised that she would take a personal interest in the outcome of this affair. So,
Did that message mean anything to you?
I'm not sure. You're a
Terrifically helpful client. You know that?
There's something you should know about me, Morgan. About the Hound of Icaria.
Well, I guess it's fine because he's somewhat part of the family. Yeah. I don't know, we got chips out of it, so maybe it was a good thing that we did? Maybe? We'll see, I guess.
I didn't earn that title as a bodyguard or a head of security. And I didn't learn how to kill in the military. A house in Icaria is the house of personal assassin. Is the house's personal assassin, or the Hound of Icaria. What
happened to the House of Icaria being refined, elevated above their criminal past?
The house is elevated. That status has granted it more enemies than ever. Enemies that need to be taken out silently, but undeniably.
Undeniably?
Oh, what's up, Ocean? Did something happen? Or is it the what happened on the screen?
What I do is send messages. They need to be received by the right people, and they need to know who it's from.
Ah.
You kill so that the other houses in the nobility know it was the Hound?
I can't prove that House Icaria was responsible. They all tried over being able to handle things internally, and their humiliation at being outplayed ensures that deaths stay out of the papers.
So, the entire police force can descend on a jaywalker caught by a reflection off a dash cam. But the nobility gets to wave off the surveillance state with a perfumed handkerchief, flaunting how the rules don't apply to them. Like I thought, a very pure expression of power. So, all that talk of you being Makoto's head of security, that was all...
All true. I am. I had been Makoto's head of security for the past year.
Your career business dry up?
Circumstances around Makoto had changed. I was asked to step in and fill a role. And
what you said about darting the previous air, waving your katana around as soon as you could walk?
1 second, maybe I can make this better. How can I minimize this but see it at the same time? 1 second, let me just play around this real quick, because this can help me. That's the most I can minimize it. Maybe I could put it here. Oh yeah, it's kind of a weird position, but okay. I just put it on my second monitor to see if I can see the voice mod a little better.
the circumstances were different then too.
Why tell me now?
Because now that I've seen her, I don't think Robert will have missed it.
Well,
I can see how slow the voice mod is changing. It's like really slow, right? What if I... Okay, hold on. Maybe there's a way to improve it. Task manager. Of the Devils taking up most. OBS taking up quite a bit. PC face. Voice mod, voice mod. Space is taking quite a bit. So if I turn it on, let me turn it on.
So I just take a CPU. A bit of CPU actually.
Just did a lot of mod work today, even though I'm supposed to be resting, but come on. This thing we're talking about. Can't expect me to rest for months. Till pneumonia gone. Aw. How you feeling today? Okay. Let's see. What the devil's taking the most? Okay. Let's ease up the CPU a bit. I'm going to close the VTuber. It looks like I was lagging too. Where's Discord? Where'd my Discord go? What the heck? One second here. Oh, that's not it. Discord. Okay. Then we'll go. So I'm gonna turn off my VC face. We'll use you. Hopefully that'll free up some CPU. Although I don't think this might be enough for the thing, but we'll find out, I guess. I'm okay, still coughing, but mom says it's normal and I'll be coughing for months, which I'm used to. Yeah. The coughing's the hard part to get rid of. At least you're feeling a bit better. Okay, let's try this again.
Clearly, you got some deeply held desire to rot in prison since you won't help me win this case. But what happened in the last 5 minutes that you suddenly got cold feet?
Adonai,
Yesterday, I thought you were just some outsider in over their head who would surely drown if they knew who they were defending. Today, I think you're an outsider in over their head who could stay afloat with a lifeline.
Thanks for a heads up.
Okay. A little better. It just lagged there a bit. Like, I'm looking over to the side to see when it changes, but it is still slow. I don't think there's any more stuff I can close. The devil. The devil's taking the most. Google Chrome. Okay, I think I just have to deal with it.
Five minutes notice really comes in handy when your client asks you to catch a bullet. Excuse me.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Tita Sarah. I can't imagine you're pleased to be defending a self-confessed killer.
I don't know what you went through when you were a soldier. And I have no idea what you've gone through as an assassin. Yesterday, Adonai suggested I shouldn't speak about those kinds of things, since I have no experience with them. I don't know if she's right about that, but soldiers and assassins do exist in this world, and they are still people. And I think I would be sad if I couldn't talk to any of them. On a related note, did you catch BlueSky Icaria?
No, Sarah.
But you're a cybernetically enhanced martial artist.
Bullets are very fast.
That is true.
I could probably catch an arrow if I knew it was coming.
Tell me more.
The radiology was funny though, since it was my first time. Oh. How did the radiology go? Alright, here we go, back in the courtroom.
So, you and your partner were the second officers who arrived on the scene?
That's correct, ma'am. When the 10-999 went out, my partner and I were relatively Center City.
1 second. I thought I had a sneeze coming on, but it didn't come. God dang it. It went fast and it was cold. Ah. And usually medical facilities are pretty cool.
We were within jogging distance of a site after an elevator ride, so we proceeded on foot.
Roger still hasn't shown. Emma must have rushed to London to adjust the reshuffle docket. I assumed he was rushed. He does seem somewhat distracted.
We arrived on the premises at 10:21 p.m. At 10:27 p.m., we assisted Officer Rogers in completing his arrest of the suspect.
What did that involve? Reading rights to an unconscious man?
That's a good thing.
We helped Rogers finish cuffing the suspect is what I meant. His hands were shaking.
You are witness, counselor.
Alright, here we go.
I'd like to ask London why he wasn't explicit about all this yesterday. But complaining about a detective not being forthcoming with the defense isn't exactly a winning strategy. He didn't hesitate to show me his involvement with the mafias yesterday. What's he got left to hide?
Alright, let's see what we got here. Why were you nearby? How'd you clear the building? Were your body cams on? Let's see, I assume he rushed. He doesn't seem so distracted. I must be rushed London. Okay, so it starts here. That's correct, man. When the 10999 went out, my partner and I we were within jogging distance of the site after an elevator ride, so we proceeded on foot. Roger Sergeant Sean. We arrived at the premises at 10:21. At 10:27 p.m., we assisted Officer Rogers in completing his arrest on the suspect. Completing the arrest? What did that involve? Reading rights to an unconscious man. That's a good bit. We helped Rogers finish cuffing the suspect. Wait a minute. His hands were shaking. Your witness. I'm sorry. Okay. They could have warmed up the machine first, but no, it was ice cold. Also, it wasn't that what I thought it would be. I thought I would have entered a tube machine, but no, I was standing up and had to hug a flat surface square thing. Oh, that's interesting. I've never been inside like the radiology department when I worked at the hospital. I passed by it a couple times, or pretty often I should say, but I never went inside it. Okay. How'd you clear the building? Were your body cams on?
Why were you in your armor in Center City that night, Detective?
Well, to be honest, I hadn't eaten dinner yet, and I was really in the mood for some kind of hot soup, you know? And my partner was kind enough to indulge me on taking a drive.
That's all he's gonna say? It's not like you can call on a compromised witness just because he was in the area, but what the hell is there even to press when his answer is that simple? I'm almost tempted to.
Almost tempted to? Was the soup good? No. Let's stop press. Stay. Let's ask this first.
And how did you and your partner go about clearing the building?
I took a point, and my partner covered me, checking the rooms behind us as we went. It was tense, searching the rooms with that racket blaring from upstairs.
You were still searching for suspects even though there was a 10999 on the third floor?
Rogers had already reported the manner of his partner's death, counselor. We weren't gonna run upstairs to try and defibrillate.
How was that report made?
Okay, I think I found the problem. The voice I use for Morgan, I don't think is part of like the normal stock, so for some reason it takes longer for Morgan's voice to come up compared to everybody else. That's hard because Morgan's like the main voice that I had to use. So I might have to change Morgan's voice here. Cause hold on, let me test it again.
Yeah, see, like, test, and then we're gonna switch to Morgan's voice. Morgan's voice.
It's Morgan's voice. And I changed there, right? I'm gonna change it back.
And the voice is changed. So yeah, it does look like that's the one.
How does this sound?
Test. Test. Hi. That doesn't sound too bad. What do you think of this voice from Meriden? Yeah, I think it's okay. Okay, so it is Meriden the voice that's the problem.
Yeah, I'm switching
Between voices. And they're doing quick.
And then as soon as I go to the default voice, or the default Morgan,
Anyways, it takes a lot of time.
to switch. Okay.
I'll use this as Morgan's voice, I guess. For now. How's that report need?
Comms around 10:17 p.m.
Is it common practice to step away from one another when responding to a 10999?
It's one of several valid approaches the department advises in critical scenarios.
Alright, let's see here. Did you ever lose sight of your partner? Hold on. I was so distracted by the voice mod that I didn't absorb all this here. I took point and my partner covered me, checking the rooms behind me as we went. It was 10 searching rooms at room. We were still searching suspects in Rogers. We weren't gonna run upstairs. How was the report made? Over comms. Is it common practice to separate from one another? It's one of several valid approaches the department advises in critical scenarios. Did you ever lose sight of your partner? I don't think this is something that we should press either. Maybe the body cam one. Let's try this.
Dumb question, Detective, but you had your body camera on?
Officers are required to turn on body cameras when responding to an emergency, counselor. And detectives aren't required to wear body cameras at all.
Like I said, dumb question.
Okay, what do we have? What about your partner? I mean, he already answered it, right? He already answered it. That detectives aren't required to wear body cameras, so why press it? Stay. I guess we can press this one.
Did you ever lose sight of your partner?
I might have.
So she might have lost sight of you.
Escalation, Your Honor.
If I can't see you, you can't see me. That's not speculation, Your Honor. Just plain school logic.
Cool. Alright. Spill the news, witness.
Yes, me and my partner were separated as we cleared the building. For more than a minute, I say.
Interesting.
Okay. So that wasn't all. I don't think the soup thing is gonna be a thing, right? Hold on, let me read this again. Indulgent and taking a drive. That's all he's gonna say. Well, I can call him compromised witness just because he was in the area, but what the hell is there even to press when his answer is that simple? Almost tempted. Was the soup good? Let's ask about this one, I guess. We need all information.
Otherwise, she and see your partner have a body camera going? Perhaps out of a characteristic abundance of respect for the rules.
Matter of fact, I believe she did.
So, on the first floor of our city, brave policemen to arrive at the scene of the crime. Only one of them sought to turn their body camera on.
It's my understanding that Rogers couldn't turn his on, as it had broken earlier in the week.
And Toby Chapin?
I don't know why he didn't have his on.
Does Emma know? Does Officer Rogers? Thank you for giving us all of that to chew on, Detective London.
Come on, give me a break.
Sir, what was the flavor of the soup? What was the texture? Tell us more about the soup. Right? I kind of want to know what kind of hot soup it was.
I was trying to be helpful. No. Oh.
No, I mean it. Right, Jack. I'm especially interested to hear you describe how my client was unconscious and helpless by the time he first appeared on any body camera. Can we review the footage together? I wonder if we can pinpoint exactly how many wounds he received in between his arrest and when his mugshot was taken.
Redirect, Your Honor.
Really?
What is she doing now?
The prosecution called Detective London as their witness and asked their questions. Anne and I just had a chance to ask our own questions during the cross-examination. After the cross-examination, the people can redirect if they have additional questions for the witness.
So, it isn't just one for them and one for us?
More like an eye for an eye for an eye, until justice is blind and bloody. She wants another round. Why? Just stalling?
Detective London, are you aware of an ongoing police investigation for a figure known as the Hound of Icaria?
Not stalling. What, Your Honor?
Wait, do I finally get to say the line? Hold on. This is happening too fast. I don't know. Okay. Oh, so you're approaching? Yeah, and they're all here.
This Hound of Icaria is obviously some kind of case file that the organized crime department is working on. Detective London isn't qualified to speak on it.
Homicide? Organized crime? Is there that big a difference?
Depends on the career of the witness in question. Detective London, for example, spent 6 years in the organized crime unit.
What?
You didn't know that?
No, are you taking this, Emma?
I hate to admit it, but I think I need spoilers as well. If you ask him about this, what's he gonna say?
The Hound of Icaria is an assassin who leaves calling cards at each of his kills, terrorizing the house's perceived enemies without shame. and that the lead suspect in those cases is a man around Sasuke's age and height, with gray blue hair, a modest spine, and a large tattoo of a dog across his back.
Sasuke, you mean son of a bitch. You got me with your shirt off?
Bless you.
You cannot let the jury hear that, Your Honor.
But I really want to.
If organized crime wanted to arrest Sasuke, they should have done so already.
Right, because he's on trial for the murder of a cop, not the fact that he's the Hound of Icaria. But I guess they're trying to pin the murder of the cop on the Hound of Icaria. Sorry, I got a bit congested there. Alright, let's do this.
He's on trial here today for these 5 counts and nothing else.
The defense has once again claimed that their client is merely some veteran who's been victimized by greater forces. But the police believe that he's in fact the deadliest soldier the Icaria have at their disposal. That's not irrelevant.
No, it's just prejudicial as hell.
Jeez, that's low, Emma. Really low. I thought you were better than this. Well, I guess because her witness didn't arrive. She's trying to get something, right?
Girls fighting. That'll be the legal precedent. But detention, the human drama.
You'll just be giving a summary. The case file won't enter the record.
So, you won't even give me the chance to object to the evidence? Your Honor, if you do this, the jury will be foiled within seconds, and I'll have my claims served on a mistrial before the day's through. And,
And some other lucky additive will get to have all the rest of the fun. I severed the jury's feed for the time being. I'd like to hear exactly what the witness has to say before ruling on his testimony's inclusion.
but, Your Honor, the gallery.
It is not your concern, nor a concern of justice. This trial will remain open to the public until such a time as I or the state feel it should be. Decision made.
Thank you, Your Honor.
What just happened?
The jury's gonna take a bathroom break. Emma will get to ask her questions, but in all likelihood, the adjutant will make sure they never hear the answers.
So, we aren't any worse off?
Sasuke might be.
What do you mean?
The gallery is filled to the brim with cops. They all think he killed Chopin. If Lennon regales us all with the tales of the Hound's exploits on top of that,
Don't worry, Sasuke. They can't do anything to you here.
Because we're in a courtroom. I won't spend the rest of my life in this room, Sarah. And even if I could, I wouldn't.
Detective London, if you would. Please testify as to the...
Oh, for real?
Your Honor,
What now?
Hey, Rockford. The witness guy who flaked on you made you look dumb.
Yes?
He's finally here.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have no more questions for the witness at this time.
Really? But I...
The meteorite fizzles out. Now, sir, you want to snap it up?
No, Your Honor.
Dang, Detective London. Nobody wants to talk to your ass.
Miss Rockford, let it go.
She doesn't hold anything back in the courtroom, but only because that's what gives her the greatest chance of victory. If the jury wouldn't hear it either way, and she has no need to solve her time, she won't silk the coals for the fun of it.
So, if you hadn't fought against that redirect up to the very last moment,
Bullet caught, huh?
Dang, Judge Savage.
Yeah. Nothing impressive about putting my arm between the gun and my...
heart?
I was gonna say stomach.
That analogy seems weaker somehow.
Alright, let's see how this plays out.
There he is.
The man of the hour. The hero who put a stop to the Hound of Icaria. He brought justice to the city over the loss of its wayward son, Tariq Chahin.
I realized I don't have a voice for him. I wonder if this would work. Hold on, let me test.
Test. Yeah, that'll do. Then what do we get?
Patrol Officer Rogers reporting for notes.
Patrol Officer Rogers, reporting to D.
You don't have to say that.
Sorry. Then just, reporting for D.
Name and occupation.
A patrol officer Huey Rogers, occupation patrol officer. Former partner of Tariq Chahin. Apologies for earlier.
It is fine. The court understands that the city council had need of you.
When I said my name wrong, won't happen again.
And your tardiness?
What's that?
Being hours late to this trial.
Did I not set a reminder?
Does seeing him here in the flesh jog your memory at all?
No, not at all.
I think this guy would be pretty hard to forget.
You must have sustained quite a concussion then.
As an appetizer, from what I saw, he's likely nothing importantly out of his ears.
Shall we begin, Officer Rogers?
Right. From where?
The start.
Oh. Well, it was pretty boring. I mean, normal night. Me and Chaplin were just driving our route. Windows down. He was always getting kind of sick if the windows weren't down. Then around 9:45 or so, my partner heard shots fired.
Wow, Emma, that's who you decided to put on the stand, really. Right? This guy's so wishy-washy. But what's suspicious is, why was he late? Maybe it's because it is his personality to be like wishy-washy, that he's late, and that it's a misdirect, that he's guilty because of that. I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
So, off we went.
What does that mean?
Oops.
Well, I mean, the shots echoed down in the lower ward, so I wasn't too sure about the direction. But my partner was confident that it had something to do with the Blumlas, the area's known hotspot. As we neared the street, we saw people sneaking away from it. We got the message. People can sense that kind of trouble, even when they don't know it. But something bad had gone down, and no one wanted anything to do with it.
It's hard to say, but London was better than this new guy, for real.
Front door wouldn't budge. I beat around into the alley, but the fire escape was out of commission. Then my partner shot clean through the door handle.
Chaplin was that determined to get inside based on some echoed gunshots and a few context clues? Suppose context clues are most of what I used to find in the place too. But...
So, when you arrived, the only way into the building was locked.
Yeah, and so we had, strong reason to believe the shorter indicator was still in the vicinity. I was in favor of waiting for backup at this point, but my partner, he was convinced the place was dead empty already. So he was moving a good bit faster than me right up until we got to the second floor, and we heard a loud slam.
And now we'll never get to know more information about the soup. Yeah, we'll never know if it's good soup or not.
A slam?
what kind of slam?
Like, slam!
Or like, sue them?
Or like, slam!
I don't know. It was loud though. And Charlton gets all deadly serious and insists I stay, and he goes ahead. Up to the third floor. After a bit, he yelled down to me saying everyone was dead, and I should come join him. That's when I heard another heavy thud. I didn't know it was the sound of my partner's body hitting the floor. But I put 2 and 2 together when I saw that man there standing over him.
Let the record show that the witness has finally identified a defendant.
If you heard a noise at a crime scene, the natural conclusion would be that you were not alone.
This needs popcorn is getting interesting, right?
But if children thought they weren't alone, why would he insist on splitting up?
Okay, let's take a look here. To prevent escape, to search quickly, to avoid crossfire. Wait. But if Chopin thought they weren't alone, why would they insist on splitting up? To prevent escape, to search quickly, to avoid crossfire. Probably to prevent escape, right? It's the only logical thing, right? To search quickly, I mean, there's already bodies there. To search quickly. To avoid crossfire, it has to be to prevent escape.
That's it. Chopin must have wanted to split up so they could cut off possible routes of escape. Perhaps I can shed some light on the late officer's actions.
With more speculation.
With some helpful theorizing. With hard evidence. Officer Chopin explicitly told his partner to stay behind. But the only reason he'd do that is if he thought he'd let him catch an escaping suspect.
Why would you think the suspect was escaping if he heard a noise upstairs?
He wouldn't. He'd only think a suspect was escaping if the noise he heard was...
Oh. What caused the noise Chopin heard? Found an alley, dumpster. No, that was outside. Tank's gun. Connects crime scene, fire escape. Wait. What did he say? Rogers, after a bit, he yelled down. He's saying everyone is dead. I should come join him. So we have to get to the part. Okay. I was in favor of waiting for backup at this point, but my partner, he was convinced the place was dead empty already. So he was moving a good bit faster than me, right up until we got to the second floor, and we heard a loud slam. A slam? It was a slam sound, right? And Chopin gets all deadly serious and insists I stay. And he goes ahead. Up to the third floor. After a bit, he yelled, okay. A slam? Found a fire under escape. Very heavy, loud. Why is it loud though? Connects crime scene to room immediately below street ladder missing. Slam? What would the slam be? We only have three choices. I don't think it's the gun, right? Tank's gun, use a shoot him and creep. Because it's a slam sound, right? What caused the noise Chopin heard? Connects crime scene to room. The dumpster? Why the dumpster? Dumpster. Industrial dumpster found in the alley just next to the crime scene. Incredibly heavy, yet still shows signs of having been moved recently. The lid makes a very unpleasant sound as uncovered by Detective London through investigation. And then we have I don't think it's the gun. A sharp-barreled. Found in Sasuke Ikaria. Left hand. If it was gunfire, they would go together, right? It doesn't make sense that it would be the gun. Fire escape. Fire escape connected to the room where the crime took place. Rusty and poorly maintained. It's missing the ladder that would normally let you climb up from the streets, so no one could only freely move back and forth. The third floor room where the bodies were found, and second floor room beneath it. Oh. This is it. Because they stopped at the second floor, right? And he told them to stay there. So if they're at the second floor, how would he know that though? He wouldn't know that. Because they were in the building already. It's missing the ladder that would normally climb, so one could only freely move back and forth between the third floor room and the bodies were found, and the second floor room beneath it. He wouldn't know this, right? The only slam I can think of is the dumpster, or when you smash the head of one of those victims, or the fire escape. Makes sense, yeah. See, here's the thing. They stopped at the second floor. He told them to stay there while he goes to the third floor. It would make sense if he knew about the fire escape, right? It would make sense if he knew about the fire escape. Hence why he had Roger stay at the second floor, right? To run into them just in case. But how would he know about that? That's the thing that's confusing me right now. Because according to this, the fire escape connects the second and third floor, right? Keeping Rogers on the second floor does make sense, but it's like, how does Chopin know? Went there before the incident. There is a chance that that might have happened. There could be a chance that that may have happened. Because if it's a slam, why would the dumpster slam? Because he told them to stay on the second floor. Let's say the fire escape. I don't think it's a gun. They said it was a slam.
The fire escape.
If you heard a fire escape slam, wouldn't you come running?
Damn it, it's not it. So then it has to be... the gun then. Why would you go up there for a dumpster? Why go up for the dumpster? Right? Slam. Said it's a slam, but it has to be the dumpster, right? I mean, how many coins do we have left? 114. We have a ton. I mean, even if we get both of them wrong. Okay, I guess that was it.
A noise that came from the alley.
What kind of noise would that be?
A noise like the one I was treating to when Detective London clumsily shut the dumpster out there.
Hey now, it left my ears ringing too, you know.
What are you even talking about?
I'm talking about an exit plan. In other words, how the real culprit managed to flee the sea.
How does a dumpster lid relate to some imaginary suspect's great escape? "1963, 172 minutes.
The only way to get from the third floor to the street without going past the two cops clearing the building would be by going down the fire escape and into the alley.
A fire escape that's broken.
So no one could climb up it, but anyone could jump from it onto the dumpster below.
Oh, yeah. I can kind of see it.
That must be a dead pixel you're seeing, Your Honor. With the boot prints on top of the dumpster and dent in the lid.
Wait a minute, boot prints? We don't know about anything about boot prints.
Yes.
No, of course not. So there's no proof, no reason at all to think that anyone jumped down onto it. And no reason for us to entertain this train of thought.
Damn it, Bess. I've got nothing. If there had been damage to the dumpster, I could never prove it was caused by a fleeing culprit.
Adonai,
I'm thinking.
I know. But might this not possibly be the time for you to stop beating? And instead, let go forward like you've done and like I told me to do before?
You're horribly misquoting me.
Who says they were wearing boots, miss? Was it Morgan wearing boots? But you know, we're trying to get suspicion off us.
But Anna says there's no proof that anyone fled the crime scene. But if there was proof of that, what would it look like? I'm sure that someone was in that room when the police first arrived, but not there when the police got to the third floor. They would have had to say a fire escape if Rogers never saw them. And they couldn't have taken the fire escape without first opening the window.
That's right. When we got there, the window was open. They could have wore shoes, slippers, or heels. Yeah, the window was open when we got there.
It's been bothering me since yesterday. I was sure those windows were closed when I left, but they've been open ever since the scene was secured.
1 second, let me just change something real quick. See if I can change something in the settings. General. System sounds. System notifications. Set voice mode as default. System sounds, this one? Hold on, let me see. Oh yeah, that's it, Okay. Okay.
Is the voice line still working? Test. A turn off like on and off sound. I was sure those windows were closed when I left, but they've been open ever since the scene was secured. And I can't testify to that. The one time I know the truth and I want to get out. And I can't admit it without screwing myself over.
Adonai, any luck?
I mean, interruption, Your Honor. I have no objections at this time.
Then the witness may continue.
Please do. Let me wind a bit first if you could, since we got off topic. And don't spare any detail. Tell the court exactly what you saw, felt, and heard that night.
Of course, the witness is a trained officer of our city's prestigious police force. He will gladly recount every minutiae for us, line by line.
Like, every detail?
Especially the irrelevant ones.
Yes, sir.
I did get a little in my head just now. Better listen through his full testimony at least once before I start looking for holes.
It was a quiet night. We headed for the nearest known orca hotspot and arrived to find the building dead quiet. The door was locked. I checked the alley but didn't see another way in. So Chopin shut off the lock through the handle and we entered. Followed some kind of loud music upstairs, then there was a slam and my partner bolted upstairs. About a minute later, I heard a thud from upstairs and came running to find the defendant standing over my partner's dead body.
Something stand out to you, Adonai?
Yeah, my ears perked up a bit.
The saying is perked up, is it not?
What? Let me focus.
Alright, let's take a look at this. It was a quiet night, but then my partner heard the gunshots. He headed for the nearest known orca hotspot. Door was locked. I checked the alley, but didn't see another way in. So chopped and shut off the lock through the door and we entered. Followed some kind of loud music up the stairs, then there was a slam on my partner. About a minute later, I heard a thud from upstairs and came running. Find the defendant standing over my partner's dead body. It was like quite the sensory overload hearing it described in such detail. Yeah, it could have been very overwhelming. He saw down the alley? It was a quiet night. It was a quiet night. Am I hurting? Headed to the nearest known orca hotspots and arrived to find the building dead quiet. The building dead quiet. The building dead quiet. The building dead quiet. So chop and shove. Followed some kind of loud music up the stairs and there was a slam. I think that's it. About the loud music or the dead quiet. Because look, they mentioned sensory overload. Hearing it described in such detail, yeah, it could have been very overwhelming. But the five senses are still bound by logic. Right? And he's claiming something that contradicts the crime scene as we know it. It was a quiet night, and my partner heard the gunshots. We headed for the nearest known Orca hotspots around dead quiet. The door was locked, and I checked the alley. The building dead quiet. Oh, no. Ah, damn it. Okay, I think it's the dead quiet part. Right. Yeah, that's it.
How could you have arrived to find the place dead quiet when there was a sound system blaring on the top floor?
The witness must not have heard the sound system. This is a noisy city, even in the low Warren Sea.
But he did hear the music. He described it in his testimony just now.
All some kind of loud music out the stairs.
So the building was dead quiet when you were outside, but you could hear the music from the first floor?
Oh, well, yeah, I heard the music pretty much as soon as we stepped inside.
Only after you stepped inside?
Yeah, sturdy door, I guess.
Ah, but the window was open. The window was open, right? I think that's a piece of evidence that we're probably gonna say to disprove whatever Emma's saying here.
Your Honor, the witness has established that the front door was very secure and tightly locked. There's nothing strange about it blocking out some amount of sound.
But it blocked out, like, all the sound. Once the door was open, the music was booming.
The scene of the crime was known a new Blue Blood party, yes? A safe house apartment complex of sorts, as I understand it. They must have made a number of modifications to the premises. The front door certainly looked like a newish addition. Check. Oops. What do we miss?
Haha, I don't get it.
I don't mind stating it plainly, Your Honor. The building has been thoroughly...
A what? Wouldn't saying soundproof contradict what we're trying to prove here? Insulated? Oh, maybe insulated? Repainted? Come on, what are we trying to prove here? Must have been... The front door certainly looked like a newish addition. Safe house apartment complex of sorts, as I understand it. Once the door was open, the music was booming. Wait, what are we trying to prove here? The scene of the crime was known Blue Blood property, yes. They must have made a number of modifications to the premises. The front door certainly looked like a newish addition. Maybe they redid the windows too. Soundproofed? Wouldn't saying soundproof prove their point, right? Repainted? I don't think it's repainted, because what's the point? It said the door was new. New-ish. Debugged. Although soundproof. What would it be? Oh, this is probably wrong. Oh. Well, okay.
That really isn't thoroughly soundproof, Your Honor.
You think the building was soundproofed?
I know it was. I experienced it myself stepping out of the lower wards and into the dingy nightclub dive.
Oh, I think I know what she's trying to prove. That the sound would not escape the room, hence they couldn't hear the music from the first floor. Okay, I think I know what she's going for here.
That would explain what a witness experienced, wouldn't it? Perchance, but... whoops. But that wouldn't explain the building being dead quiet when they arrived. Not unless the window next to the sound system was closed. Shoot my hand a bit there, she knows what I'm gunning for.
Counselor? Asking the court to accept that the building happened to be soundproofed is not what the lowest argument you're making it out to be. The window in question opens to the alley. Rogers could have easily missed the noise coming out of it.
Well, that's the thing. In his testimony, he said that he looked into the alley. That's the first thing he did before entering the building. He looked out into the alley.
Even though he already testified that he shut the alley before his partner shot the door open?
He might have merely neglected to mention that he heard music at the time.
Music in the alley? I would have noticed that kind of thing, would I?
That's only to say this one.
I'm looking at the box from every angle I can, rotating beams in my mind as fast as my programming will allow. And I'm still seeing a crime scene where the windows are open. What am I doing wrong?
There's a trick to it. Try focusing on just a single tube first. Once you've done one thing consistently...
Yes, Your Honor. The windows were found open. It's a contradiction.
The windows were closed when the officers arrived, but open by the time Rogers got to the third floor. That means that someone must have opened them.
Someone not currently on trial, Your Honor.
You should stretch before attempting mental gymnastics that intense, counselor. You claim that the windows were originally closed and only opened at the last moment as some mystery individual fled down into the alley. But we know Mariko was standing in front of those windows when he was shot. And we can see where his blood landed on the sides of the window that faced into the room were open. If, as you claimed, the windows were closed when he was shot, then his blood somehow ended up on the wrong side of the glass.
That's...
Your theory is flawed, a far-flung fantasy with nothing other than Officer Ronner's forward hearing to support it. All the actual evidence shows that at the time of the murders, the windows were exactly as we found them, flung open.
Exactly, that's the 10th mistake, Emma.
The logic isn't faulty, and I cannot overturn it with any given piece of evidence. But I cannot point out a flaw in how she presented her evidence. Thank you for the advice about taking full advantage of arcs, by the way. But trust me, there are some things that are best understood by visiting the crime scene in person.
What?
Helps keep you from getting flipped around.
Alright, what do we got? Dumpster found an alley under escape, very heavy. Shot in the chest in front of windows 1 to 2 meters. Blood across the window, fingerprints on handle, soundproofed. Windows open, arc seen open by all officers. There's fingerprints on there. Right, and unidentified fingerprints. Right? It was unidentified fingerprints. Oh, let's see that piece of evidence. Let's see, the windows at the scene of the crime, position behind Creek's desk, opens to the alley. Blood spatter across the windows has forensics analysis been traced back to when Magus shell split inside Creek's ribcage, spraying blood viscera behind him. Fingerprints on the handles match Creek and the rest of his pod. Ah. Yeah, that's it.
Apology, Your Honor. I'm just confused. Why isn't Mr. Rockford talking about those windows? As if they swing open.
What are you talking about?
Those windows don't swing into the room. They're pulled to the side.
They... What?
Didn't you see the fingerprints on the handles? Well, that should tell you which side of the glass faces indoors. Buddy, wasn't that in the arcs?
Oh, this is some very chic interior design I'm seeing. Very wabi-sabi.
So, if the windows only slide parallel to the walls,
It wouldn't matter whether they were open or shut when Creek was shot. The blood would always end up on the same side.
I said I've only got a window lined up right in the arcs.
you didn't say that. At least not aloud.
Thank you for always listening, Sarah. What I said just now, so there.
What do you mean lined up?
The blood splatter. look a lot nicer now, doesn't it?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor.
That is so inappropriate for inhabitants to do.
But it's gotten us all on the same page. We can all reasonably conclude that the windows were closed when Creek was shot, at the very least.
Yes. Though when they were next opened is...
Something you'll fight over, I'm sure. Now, if the spark student could just tell me whether the windows are actually soundproof.
I doubt the artist could simulate that accurately for you, Your Honor. But if we re-examine the scene for that specifically, it should be simple enough.
Excuse me. Ooh. Finally sneezed. Thank you, Ocean.
Waste of the court's time. I really don't repeat myself, Your Honor, but even if you prove conclusively that the windows were soundproof, the defense's argument still hinges entirely on the omission of one detail in the witness's testimony. Putting it another way, just because he didn't hear the music, that doesn't mean he couldn't hear the music because the soundproof windows were closed. The devil's proof.
Yes, and you actually used it right this time.
I did my reading.
He's effectively conceded that the windows were soundproofed. But she's also shifted tactics, and it's a formation I don't recognize. As to be expected, I'm no general. But I don't need Makoto here to tell me that war is secession. So how about a little misdirection? Listen up, Sarah. The important thing about the devil's truth is that it's always on our side.
The side of underdogs, lovers, and dreamers this world around.
The side of the defense, innocent until proven guilty. That's what makes the devil so infuriating for the prosecution. The people make it fair point, Your Honor. There really isn't any evidence for my fleeing suspect theory at the moment. But the people haven't disputed it either, have they? I forget the exact details, Your Honor, but all we need is a battle of the doubt, right? To overturn the 5 dead bodies.
To overturn 5 dead bodies. The testimonies of 3 cops. And the wounds soaked to the floorboards and forensic evidence.
Yeah.
Have you lost your mind? Are you trying to piss off everyone here?
Yes. Come on, you don't hate my theory that much, do you?
I'm already up to it.
Then I'll stick to the pass for now. At the time Rogers and Sean arrived, the front door was locked. The music was still playing at a scene of the crime, even if the witness didn't notice it until stepping inside. And at the moment Craig was shot, at least, we should be certain the soundproof window of the item were closed.
Yes, those are the facts. Why are you really suddenly stating them?
Because there's something that's been bothering me. If we accept these as the facts one time, Honorable Officer Rogers' testimony makes no sense. Okay.
Okay. What do we have? What do we have? Where's the flaw in his testimony? Front door, sound system, closed window. Chopin alerted. Heard gunshots in lower wards. That's it right there. This has to be it. Because remember, he couldn't hear the music, but he heard the gunshots in the lower wards? That doesn't make sense. Yeah, it has to be this one, right? How did he not hear the music, but not hear the gun? But how did he hear the gunshots, but not the music?
What could these two officers have set off in response to the sound of gunshots? If the room was just deafened at the time the gun was fired.
Now, you go there.
Oh, crap, yeah.
Wait, excuse me. Oh, what are you talking about?
It is a very first thing you told us, officer. You have not heard gunshots. But how is that possible?
That's what he said it. He said it. Even on the radio, he called it in.
True enough, I can see it right here in the police network's database.
But if he heard it, wouldn't that disprove what you're saying then? Because he did hear gunshots, right? He was alerted. He got to the crime scene. There is a crime scene there.
.45 p.m. Officer Tariq Chopin reports. Shots fired.
So he did. And since we can't ask him to testify, we'll just have to take him at his word. But just to clarify, Officer Rogers, are you saying you never heard any gunshots yourself?
Well, I didn't have my head out the window like him, so...
That's what you're trained to do, isn't it? Report anything you see or hear across the network?
Insect? Well, one report is usually sufficient.
Good. Confirmation is always ideal, right? Yes or no, Officer Rogers?
I never heard any gunshots.
Hang on. Are you really...
So, never heard of Pete? But your partner. We somehow managed to waltz you both over to exactly where ambitious murders had been committed before anyone else got there.
I just drove where he pointed, so...
Counselor, you need to be very careful here.
Thank you for your concern, Miss Rockford. But don't forget, I hate losing.
Pardon?
I said, but don't forget to direct your comments to the bench.
You bring that up now?
I would call in the room body thinks I'm a mob lawyer at this point. Compared to that, mocking the memory of the deceased is small time.
I feel like I'm gonna say something shocking here, and I should stop you, but I generally stop you before you say it, so...
I'm just confused as all, Your Honor. How could Officer Chapman have possibly arrived at the scene of the crime when he couldn't have committed gunshots? Unless he was asked to come there directly.
Huh. What if Morgan was the one that well, no, they would have had a police report if Morgan had reported the murders. No. Okay. Throw that theory out.
Oh, like she got an E, right?
Exactly. Officer Chapman answered a distress call from the Blue Bloods.
Oh, that's why she was worried about what the cops would think about her. Because now, what Morgan is suggesting is that Chopin was a corrupt cop. That's crazy. Now these cops will get really pissed off.
Tell me, are these her usual tactics? Turning the entire city against her for no discernible reason?
No. Well, the first time we met, she did technically. Your Honor, the defense is completely out of line.
The gallery is pretty publicly behaved too. You gonna weigh this in, or should I?
Allow me. Tariq Chapman was an upstanding officer with no marks on his record. You say he was some kind of blue blood pawn, but he had to break into their building in order to enter. And you have the gall to claim he answered his stress call when there's no panic button, no phone records to suggest one was ever sent.
True.
True. That's all you have to say after posthumously accusing the son of 2 city councilmen of being corrupted by new blood pocket change.
Definitely. Chapman was the son of 2 city councilmen, and by all accounts a dedicated police officer. You wouldn't work with the Blue Bloods without an unusually strong motive. The kind of thing that would make the headlines.
What are you?
Alright. What are we proving here? What are we proving?
Error.
Time to flex your media literacy. Choose and present an article that shows motive for Chopin to work with the Blue Bloods. Wasn't there an article about something? But you already read them front to back, right? No. Serial bombing. There's a serial bombing. Political convention. Oh, that's one. I don't think it's this one. Acid snow. I don't think it's this one either. Hold on, let's reread these articles. Okay. Fortunately, they only gave us the 4, right? Ballot proposition. Let's see. A number of measures related to infrastructure, public works, and funding for the city programs will be on the ballot soon. It could be this, because they may need votes. For the last several decades, all publications landed through program investigation. Petition for City Council to commission cost analysis on public schooling. All education has been handed through private institutions typically associated with one or more corporate benefactors. City Council will commission a study to evaluate the cost of feasibility of reintroducing direct public schooling to the city. Ah, man. The only reason I would consider this one is because, what's his face? Has a younger brother that's not in crime. Fund the inner little wards. Houses all largest public transit elevator. Voting aye on this measure will direct the City Council to fund the renovations and reinforcing multiple Atlas pillars around the lower wards. Paid by President increase the sales tax within city limits. Atlas pillars act as stabilizing points for the city's canopy, super infrastructure, and house all the largest public transit elevators that allow foot traffic to seamlessly flow between the canopy and street level. In the lower wards. Yeah. This measure is generally viewed favorably by representatives from the lower wards. Point language. Reducing unemployment in the target regions. So it does raise the quality of life for the lower wards, right? Some number of city council members representing uptown districts have voiced skepticism about these economic benefits, but none have argued against the architectural reality of the canopy's need for additional structural reinforcements. Which exactly property value in the lower wards can either skyrocket or even drop into the negative based on which pillars are rejuvenated, and the city is wary of disrupting the real estate market. Okay, the more I read this, the more I'm kind of convinced this may be it. Renaming to honor local community figures. Sponsored by Danford, Johnson, Sungho, and Wickham. The pillars of the Community Project. Huh. Hernandez Lang Mohammed. Wait. Commission of reports acid snow. Acid snow incident is probably at the forefront of the public consciousness. Great Fall documentary that premiered earlier this year. Previously, eyewitness accounts of the scarring children received that early morning 2 decades ago as they played in what they thought was an unseasonable snowfall. What was Chopin's parents' name? Fathers Miguel and Dominic. Miguel and Dominic? Miguel and Dominic. Okay. Choppin. Howe Industries, Wickham. Oh, so it has to be this then. A number of measures related to infrastructure, public works construction. Because it has their name on it. It has to be this one. Wait. How did I miss that? It's because I didn't read this part. I just went straight to the orange text. New York City Council to fund the renovations. Atlas Pillars. Yeah. So it's the Atlas Pillars. Because I don't think there's anything about chopping in this one. Yeah. Alright. I'm convinced. No. Helium fuel, no. Ballot measures. Oh, whoops.
Officer Chopin would never compromise his well-documented morals for anything less than a shaking opportunity.
Yes, counselor, but his family is very well off. What could this earth-shaking opportunity possibly have been?
Well, how about a donation to his parents?
What?
Sidebar for a moment.
What?
How are you all thinking about voting?
Oh, don't get me started. I'm a political junkie.
What are you?
Sorry, on the ballot measure specifically. Am I the only one who sweats over this stuff? Maybe it's old-fashioned, but I was hoping to hear some diverse, nuanced opinions on Proposition 492.
Wait, that's the...
Ending of Atlas Pillar Rejuvenation Projects. I think it's a nice idea. Bringing prosperity to the lower wards, literal stability to everyone above them, and of course, the mother of all paydays, anyone lucky enough to own the land it'll require.
Wait a minute. You mean
You.
Am I the only one who reads the news anymore? Wasn't counting on this being rhetorical, but who on the city council is sponsoring Proposition 492?
Chopin's parents?
My last question. Less rhetorical this time. The crime took place at a known Bloomberg property. So why was this found there?
Hey. Why was this at the crime scene? No, definitely not Yaru. Reading. Classified documents, hard to copy, easy to destroy. Ooh, this might be it. Creek's datapad found on Creek's desk. Nah, probably not it. Data dark card, no. We're the one that brought the dark card in, so it can't be it, right? Did it tell us what's on the red ink? Documents found on the scene of the crime mostly blotted out by blood coming from Chopin's corpse. Apparently contain confidential information of high value, but only the occasional page number graphic of name or name can be spotted. Snippets include page 345, payments to support. Ah, this is it. I mean, it's not... Ah, my god. It's damaged evidence. I don't think we can call this hard evidence, though, is the problem. I'm pretty sure Emma's gonna counter this, but...
Highly confidential red ink documents were found underneath Chopin's corpse. They're almost entirely illegible by now. But you can still make out a reference to page 492. The page 492 right here.
Oh no. Oh. I thought something happened to my stream, I mean. YouTube's still up, right? Check. Yeah. Okay.
That struck me as odd.
Reinforcing the canopy. A state construction project that massive in the lower wards would need.
Even the police can't keep a crime scene secure down there unless they're willing to play ball with the blues.
It'd have to get past the blue bloods.
Or through them, with open arms and firm handshakes.
Yes. Oh, what the hell are you trying to say?
Counselor Morgan, if you...
Sorry, wasn't sure I actually had to spell it out, but it certainly looks like... Cool Officer Tree Chapman was working with the Blue Blood Mafia to divide the city.
Oh.
Oh yeah, the cops aren't gonna like that. Gekido. Huh. If anything, this line of questioning is making Rogers look more innocent. But the question is, who killed the officer then? This got more interesting, right? Because if anything, this line of questioning made Rogers a little more innocent, right? Or seem a little more innocent. Although his testimony is still questionable. But it's like the sound. Maybe he was right about the sound, he didn't hear it. And then I guess whoever opened the window, it may be Chopin himself that opened the window when he got up there. Makes more sense then. The question is, who killed Chopin then? If not Rogers. Because honestly, going into this, I thought it was Rogers that killed him. But Rogers just seems... what's the word? Not necessarily incompetent, just very wishy-washy.
She said it.
She said that?
What did you just say?
Are you trying to piss off every cop and every politician in the city?
Sorry, I'll gladly retract my statement. That is, as soon as any cop or politician or prosecutor can explain to the court that how Tariq Chopin was able to arrive at the crime scene that night. When we all know damn well he never heard any gunshots.
Yeah.
He's dumb with one IQ only. Possibly. And the fact that he got pissed off when we suggested that Chopin was corrupt. You saw his pissed off face, right? Roger's pissed off face. That kind of gives a little more credit to him being innocent as well.
It is a bit of a pickle. What have you got for us, witness?
What? I don't know. He had good ears or something. Or good intuition, or whatever.
Your Honor, the simplest explanation is that Officer Chan was tipped off by the CI that he neglected to inform his partner about.
Hey, Chapman wasn't.
A patrol officer with secret criminal information that he'd hide from his own partner? That sounds horribly close. And you call my comments inflammatory?
What? You got press, alright. Let's reel with the Hound of Icaria.
Uh-oh.
Your Honor, the witness's last statement
Was a regrettable slip of the tongue. Frankly, his entire testimony has been less than ideal, and so...
I'd already sniffed the jury's feet, but the crowd...
Yeah. Well, honestly, this could be a mistrial, but I don't know if they have that in this world. But isn't the Hound that cop killing animal? Cop killing animals? That whole house stank like shit. Yeah, the crowd is all cops, so it's hard to sway them.
Watch what you say about a man's family, you.
Alright, you'll stab us in the back too?
Sasuke.
Please, calm down.
And shut up.
Bad apple. Hang the whole house with him. Wow.
Your Honor, these followers from the gallery are not ideal, but we need to focus on preventing...
It's not enough you butchered him like that.
Animal.
You gotta pay this lawyer to spit on his grade too.
At least the Blue Bloods know their place.
How dare you? While you pigs were colluding with the Blue Bloods to rip off everyone in the lower wards.
Better a Blue Blood than the piss running in your veins. That doesn't make sense. Why would you... Okay, these cops are stupid.
So, killed him.
Pardon?
Stop him from doing anything stupid. Now.
Okay, it was fun, but now you ruined it. We're all done. This one is now in recess. Dayless, call it a ruin.
It's not enough.
Nah, I'm not done talking. I wanna speak.
Tell him, Rogers!
This heat.
Burn the house!
Tensions like a haze in the air.
Rip them out by the roots!
And on the back of my neck.
Every last one of them!
Should have taken you out when I had the chance, you.
a bead of sweat, and something that feels like...
Is that an assassin in the crowd? Just die, you son of a bitch! Uh-oh. What am I reaching for? Uh-oh. Is she pulling out a gun? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wow. All right, London. Did London kill the guy? Yeah. Having cops in the crowd, they can all fuck off now. Hey, are you okay? Are you hit? Oh. Is this...
Soski, I am not injured.
The bather's gone, the heat of the moment replaced by the chill of the cold sweat on my lower back.
But why did you push me down?
What? What do you mean, why? Why did I?
I take my time turning back to trace the bullet's trajectory. Vaguely, I'm aware of stomping feet as the crowd rushes to the exits with sound as far away.
Reflexes. Sorry.
You all right there, ma'am?
I'm fine, detective. Thank you.
So I'm only a lot eyes with Detective Quasim. London. In that instant, I recognize a nameless flickering across his face, cold and hard like frost-beaten furs. Nameless. We don't need a word for it because we only ever see it once. At the very end.
Wait. What's happening? I know a guy is dead, but... Or a guy got shot. Okay. I'm taking 60 seconds to yell into the couch pillow, so... Maybe now one of you could tell me what the hell happened out there. Old lady. Okay. Let's see here.
How did that man get into the courtroom, the building, and with a weapon like whatever the hell that was?
It was his own art, Madam Narrows. Modded illegally at some literal chop shop. Fully prosthetic, but fairly low tech. It uses a simple air intake system and projectiles made of enamel.
Enamel? As in teeth? Where on earth do these people?
Doesn't trigger any metal detectors like organic from the outside. But if you're aiming at flesh, it gets the job done.
And are metal detectors all that stand between a crazed gunman and the law of the land?
No, Your Honor. We're looking into it now. But we already found some discrepancies in the personnel files of courthouse security team members. Probably got his hands on a key card, lost, brought or stolen, and added modified to get him in the building.
Would that work?
Only needs to work once. This time it did. I doubt he expected to leave alive, so... You asked me, we're lucky he's stuck with something more direct instead of an explosive.
This is a nightmare. What am I supposed to do now?
The jury must be horrified. I don't know how we can proceed.
As I recall, the adjutant cut their sleeve the moment Officer Rogers mentioned the Hound of Victoria.
Huh. That is pretty suspicious. The fact that Morgan mentions that makes me more suspicious of Rogers now. Because how would you get an assassin in the courtroom like that so easily, right? It's like a cop may have been the one to set that up. And right now, the fact that Morgan said that, it feels like Rogers is very suspicious. Like he predicted it happening. Or not predicted, but like planned it for it to happen. To cut the feed. But would he be that smart? I don't know if he would be that smart.
So they didn't actually see the shooting. And by the way, how does a patrol officer know that my client is the lead suspect in that case? Would anyone like to explain that to me?
Well,
You'd have to ask for organized crimes, but the mood around Rogers has been celebratory. But imagine there were plenty of cops eager to describe in detail what he'd achieved by catching Sasuke red-handed.
Allegedly.
There is no presumption of innocence in station locker rooms and cop bars, counselor.
So the OC department buys Rogers a round of drinks.
The fucked up thing is, this is like real life too, which is happening in America right now. There's no accountability for what corrupt authority is doing. Anyways, that's a discussion for another thing. I just see a parallel with what's going on in my country right now. A bunch of fascists.
And 24 hours later, I got a shooter in my courtroom.
who was he?
The shooter's been ID'd as Bowen and Bresson, low-level muscle and blue blood mafia. Priors for possessions dealing assault.
Attempting to carry out an assassination in a courtroom full of cops is quite a step up. Any connection to Creep's Pod?
Nah, older generation, different part of town. Not exactly thick as thieves.
So, trying to execute Sasuke was an act of revenge. He was given orders.
Yes, that's very interesting, but it's a job for the police to handle. Counselor Morgan, I assume you'll be filing for mistrial?
A job for cops. I don't know. To be honest, I don't really trust cops. I think cops in this world is a lot more less trustworthy.
About that, I feel it's in my client's best interest for the trial to continue.
What? A blue blood gunman just tried to shoot him.
But the jury didn't see that. All I know right now is that they've been given a long lunch.
You two.
The goal, Your Honor, as I've always understood it, is for the a defense attorney to do what's best for their client. Right now, clearly the Blue Blood Mafia's convinced my client killed 4 of their men. And every cop in the city thinks he killed Officer Toppin. If he walks on a mistrial, he won't be able to walk down that street without getting shanked.
Yeah, that's very true. Because if he goes right now, he's a big target wherever he is. They put him in prison, he's a target for the cops. He stays somewhere else, he's a target for the Blue Bloods. Doing it right now would lessen the chances of an assassin. Because they would have to plan out another assassin, right? Delaying it now would give them more time to plan an assassination. Also, we were told to try to get this trial done as quickly as possible, if I remember correctly.
Sasuke Ikaria doesn't need a mistrial. He needs a media blackout.
I really hate that term.
She's right, Your Honor. If the story spreads that the Blue Bloods tried to assassinate Sasuke, every juror in the city will assume he is guilty. We won't be able to find anyone over the age of 10 who hasn't heard of him, let alone put together 12 unbiased peers to judge him.
Even if that's true, and even if that's possible, what you're asking for is...
Detective, is the building still in lockdown?
Standard procedure says to keep it that way another half hour.
We would have to. The stands were full of police officers and any one of them could.
Ambulance chasers will pay crime for a story that rich. Someone's gonna break rank.
We don't need the blackouts to last forever. We just needed it to be intimidating enough that the story doesn't leak until the trial's over.
Which will be when exactly?
We could finish tomorrow. There aren't that many witnesses left on the docket.
Finish tomorrow.
Yes, Your Honor.
Fine, yes. We'll have a blackout. A big, scary, old blackout. Like we're the shadowy masters of the universe. Happy?
Perfectly.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Detective, follow me. You'll need my authorization to activate the building's blanket protocols.
Right behind you, ma'am.
Surprised to be arguing for the same thing as you for once.
Thanks for not guiding from the effort.
Any other defense attorney in the city would have taken the mistrial. Dumped the Hound of Icaria on some other idiot's doorstep and cashed their check.
Some other idiot, huh?
Or is it that you can dump him? You under house arrest already?
I haven't felt threatened by them.
That could change fast if you fail them.
Alcicaria are high society, haven't you heard? And I'm beneath their notice. I don't think they'd bother to ask me just for underperforming.
Sounds like exactly the kind of thing that high society types would do. going this far for your client, though?
You know me. Defender of the weak, champion of the downtrodden. I'd go through a lot more than this to keep my face out of the papers. Only when the story does eventually leak, the focus shouldn't be entirely on Sasuke. But if this means people start recognizing me, remembering me, Bowen Bresson will be glad London did him one in one. I'd twist the knife slow as a second hand at ease. You okay?
Compared to you, I guess not. I've never seen anyone get shot before.
Hello. Right. Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. That was... Maybe I'm feeling jealous. I spent all this time poring over crime scenes and diagrams, trying to get inside the head of Heartbreak of all people, and maybe I get into my head that I'm some kind of unfeeling badass, just to freeze up like a deer at the sight of actual violence. I'll need to get over that.
Eve, do you need to get over it?
I have a responsibility.
A prosecutor isn't a hangman, Emma.
No. If a hangman does their job right, the neck snaps and the subject's dead before the pain ever reaches their brain. If I do my job right, Sasuke Ikaria spends the rest of his life drooling on himself, while Mangs haggle over the property rights to his gray matter.
If you feel that bad about it, you could always recommend a lesser sentence.
That's just the thing. I've never felt that bad about it at all. Runs in the family.
What if this is like some Edgeworth thing where we have to defend her eventually from like someone in her family? Or like... Not Edgeworth. What's her name? Isn't it like the daughter or something? I don't know if we ever defend her. I forget.
The way she whispered it, and then a half-stuttering sigh. Not sure she's even heard it herself.
Okay. State building. 48.
Alright. That should free up your phone from the blanket.
Thank you, Detective London.
You're, welcome, Counselor Morgan. Something I said?
You didn't say anything yesterday about what the Hound of Ikaria really is.
Come on, there's a lot of code names to remember. Would you believe me if I said I didn't put two and two together?
Maybe I would if I hadn't seen you act that fast back in the courtroom.
That was a lucky shot.
On the plastic room with the crowd moving around him.
Yeah, real lucky.
I know I'm agreeing with you. Though it would be a lot less likely if you were, say, already watching him. Did you know?
No, but I'm flattered you think I'm brave enough to stick around for a shooting that I knew would happen.
but you recognized him.
Tickled the spot on the back of my brain, even in disguise. It helped that the guy was fidgeting around all day.
Rustin had been in the corner all day. How long had he waited for to take a shot?
Did you get a good look at him?
I did not. You shot him very fast.
Eyes bloodshot to hell and back, nosebleed flushed extremities. He was high as a drone. Probably metahexphenolin, considering how well the Blue Bloods had done pushing it.
Metahex. Nirvana? The prime drug that college kids are having.
It's been a long time since I was in college. I guess it could be good for a party in small doses. I'm hypothesizing here. Don't take this out of context.
Sure.
But at higher doses, a couple of months ago, I saw this guy stumbling around one of the open markets. Eyes dilated and mouth moving a block a minute. He knocked over some bicycles, so I cuffed him to the rack, hoping he'd sober up within the hour, and I could move on. I took a phone call, and when I looked back, she was trying to chew through the chain. He blinked for teeth, and he had started biting his arm by the time I knocked him out.
Ugh.
But anecdotes are cheap. The one bad trip will hardly slow the ball now that it's rolling.
Do you believe the hype? Think they're gonna legalize it?
Within the next 2 quarters, if you ask me.
What will happen to the Blue Bloods monopoly?
Oh, in smoke. Pharmacies and dispensaries of the world will step in to reap the rewards. And the Blue Bloods will have to slink off and cook up some other things to push. The great tide rolls in.
The Blue Bloods have legitimate income sources, right? Like scientists?
Yep. Some of them are even pretty profitable, like their house clubs and ink rooms.
So, if the Blue Bloods can run those businesses just fine, why can't they stay in control of Nirvana once it's legalized?
There's competition, and name recognition, and locale, and real estate, and basically, that they can't afford it. The buy-in's too steep, and everyone's past the door, likes it that way. Legal drugs are a whole other realm of profitable. Folks like the Icaria do not want to share.
Gee, not even on special occasions?
Well, like I told you, there was that meeting last year, but
they're playing dates so apart.
Hey, what you said back there in the court about Prop 492, you really buy that? Terry Chopin working with Blue Bloods?
It's quite unlikely pairing, I'll admit. But that might explain why it ended the way it did.
So, what was the verdict?
The verdict is only handed down after the jury's finished deliberating. That may take
The show must go on.
And the shooter?
Getting introduced to the combinations down at the board right about now. He was some blue blood muscle named Bresson. Ring a bell?
As I had said, all these blue bloods are all...
You tried to shoot you, Sasuke, and I was standing very close to you when it happened. I'd like a little more detail than that.
I've never met him, never heard of him. That's the truth. But the Bresson family is known to be enforcers for blue blood leadership.
So, it's the old guard who wants you dead. Does that make the young bloods an enemy and an enemy?
Did you tell me Creek was a young blood? Considering what I'm on trial for, I doubt they're fond of me either.
God damn it, Sasuke. Who doesn't hate your ass? I need to try harder to disregard the nonsense that comes out of the Ashton's mouth. Might be starting to sink in.
Sasuke, you were captured when you could have been ignored. You were tortured when you could have been ransomed. And now these people are trying to kill you in one of the most secure buildings in the city. What are they after?
Why are you at the top of the Blue Blood shit list? Is it because of...
Alright, what do we got? What do we got? The Hound, Renegade, last year's meeting. Last year's meeting? Last year's meeting? Renegade? I don't think it's Renegade, right? What was last year's meeting? Oh, yeah, I don't think it... Well, they could give us, like, chips or something, right? To get the right one. Hold on, let me sip some water real quick. Alright, let's see. Too long ago, right. We don't remember. Let's see. Let's put down a save too. I mean, not like it'll matter because we're on high roller, but oh yeah, I stretched. Thank you. I don't think it's gonna be in here. There's no article for it either. Okay. Yeah, we'll just say the Hound last year's meeting. Is it?
Is it something they do, something about Houndin? Did you help one of the old guards retire early last week?
That particular messenger communicates only with the highest class of clientele.
Corporate rivals and the rest of the nobility?
Yes, the Hound of Icaria is known in the lower wards, but he isn't truly feared there. And he hasn't taken the life of any blue blood, noteworthy or otherwise, in over a year.
So, not since you were reassigned to guard duty.
Oh, I guess we choose until we get the right one. What's last year's meeting then? Oh, this has to be the right one. The music stopped.
Is it because of what happened last year? Happened a year ago?
How do you know about?
What happened a year ago?
A meeting between the old guard and the house, apparently. You were gonna work out a deal for the Ikarian network to distribute a bluebird product?
Why would we mount the basement, cooked, swill? The mean bloods make sold in our storefronts, our pharmacies.
You wouldn't? Not until after Nirvana is legalized. Yes, I figured some stuff out. Stop pouting.
There was a meeting last year, yes. A private meeting that was to be kept strictly confidential. The IFG met with the old guard to discuss a deal. Apart, voices were raised, weapons drawn. I was in the shadows and I stepped in from in front of a blade for Makoto. The house elders were perturbed afterwards. They feared for Makoto's safety and perhaps felt that they had grown overconfident. The hound is a useful tool, but not indispensable. So they ordered me to guard Makoto full time.
Isn't that a great honor? Guarding the heir to the headship?
Of course it is.
Then why do you sound like that?
You got points for picking up on it, but you need to learn how to take advantage of it. So your deal fell apart, blood was drawn. I kind of assumed that was par for the course in your world.
It's not unheard of.
So, why are the old guard trying to kill you and Makoto a year later?
I don't know. I don't know, Morgan. Because I'm not an old guard.
Is there someone we could talk to who is?
There's always someone. Or a price. But if that's how it's gonna go, gonna need a drink first. I'm right.
Here to join? What are you talking about? Sorry to disappoint, but I was here first. The net's slow as shit in this wing of the school. No one else comes here if they don't have to, so it's a quiet spot to read. This is like Morgan's Pass again. Yeah, it is a detective mystery. So what? Like 5% of the books in the library are? Well, it's not like I own the room. If you want to convene your club meetings here with all your many members, I can't exactly sue you. Especially not since you're gonna be some big shot lawyer. Join your club so I won't get evicted. Isn't that like blackmail, counselor? Mutually beneficial, sure. So it's just plain old corruption. You'll do just fine out there in the adult world. Whatever. As long as you don't go around telling people I'm a member, you can put me down. We need to add our phone numbers too. I don't actually care. Alright. Let's see.
Is something wrong?
Why would you think that something is wrong?
It's very unusual for you to wake up mid-transit. When you decide to nap, you fall asleep very fast and you sleep very deeply. Suspiciously so. Sometimes I'll try to wake you, and I could swear you're just pretending.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Besides, you're the one who's been quiet.
I had been bothering Sasuke, I think. Pestering him about catching bullets.
If you were bothering Sasuke, you'd say it. Turn to the side and then Beishi pose it is.
But I can't catch a bullet either. Even the one fast, and I can see fast. Sasuke was the one who acted while I just...
Sasuke's trained for that kind of thing. Trained for his whole life. The way he tells it.
Father built me to be strong. I should be able to.
They didn't build you to be anything, Sarah. He didn't even really build you. Just watch you grow.
And do you think I am still growing? Still developing? You think I could get taller?
I think you shouldn't get your hopes up about that. Come on, you can bounce back faster than that.
I'm sorry. I suppose I am still processing what we saw back in the courtroom.
When Detective London took out that shooter,
I know that Detective London has been a police officer for many years. It stands to reason that he'd act decisively in circumstances where so many lives are at risk. What I am still thinking about is the man he killed.
yeah, but there's only so much speculating they can do about his motive until...
I am not thinking about his motive. I'm thinking about how he is dead.
You haven't been out in about that long. Everything's new to you. You're the most ordinary stuff. Except for that includes the extraordinary too.
You've seen violence like that before then?
Oh yeah, she's seen violence like that. She's even caused the violence.
Yes, I have.
Seen people die?
Yes, I have.
Seen more people die than most your age? Most lawyers?
Probably a safe bet.
This is a private subject, isn't it?
That is always private. I'm no exception.
Do people ever get used to it?
I can only speak for myself.
Have you gotten used to it?
Every time is like the first time.
I hope that everyone is like you then. It doesn't seem like the kind of thing anyone should get used to.
Sorry to disappoint you then. There are no people like me.
What if all the stuff we're telling Sarah is like absorbing and it's gonna be used against us like in the final episode or something? Okay. Niamani. What time is it right now? We did like what, 2.5? Like 2:45-ish. That would be interesting, right? Okay. I might stop here. I know I didn't stream that long, but I think we did a pretty decent amount, right? So it'll let me reorganize my voice mod a bit. How was the voice mod today, Ocean? Pretty good selection, you would say? Or should I change some people's? For Morgan's, I had to change hers because every time I picked hers, it would lag when I tried to get into hers and when I would get out of hers. Yeah, we did good progress and you did amazing, very entertaining. Hell yeah. What do you think of the voice selection? I wasn't 100% sure on Morgan's because I just picked it not necessarily randomly. I picked it as like a woman's voice in general because the other one kept lagging, so honestly they're great. I like them a lot. Okay. I think I'll keep these ones and I think I'll keep that voice for Morgan. I'll probably listen back to the stream or something, see if it sounds right or not. Very good selection. Okay, I'm glad to hear that. I wasn't sure which character to use my own voice on. I figured I'd just be like a narrator or something, but there's not really any narration because Morgan does all the narration. Like, the only time I actually used my voice was either commentary or the policeman in the background, the cops in the background. Yeah. I think I'll just pretty much keep all these voices here. I don't think there's anybody else that I can... I don't know what other witnesses are going to come in. Diamani, I probably need to choose another voice for, but I highly doubt he's going to be in the court case, so I'll probably choose, like, I don't know, a man's general voice or something, or I might use my own voice for Diamani. Yeah, we'll see. I'll figure it out for next time. What's today? Wednesday? Today's Wednesday, right? Yeah, today's Wednesday. I'm not sure if I'll get to this tomorrow. I'll try to get to it on either Saturday or Sunday, because I'm not sure about Fridays. If I do it on Saturday, I will try to do it. Like somewhere in the noon time, like maybe, I don't know. I'll try to do it early on Saturday. But I will let you know, Ocean. I will definitely let you know whenever I stream this next. I know I forgot to DM you this time, but by the time I remembered, you already hit first, so I was like, oh, okay, I don't have to tell you then. But yeah, we're gonna end it here. Thank you all for anybody that dropped by today. Thank you, Ocean, for your input on the game and coming along with me on this journey for this story. I appreciate it. I'm enjoying it. A lot of theories going around. I have some suspicions, but honestly, they're all flimsy at the moment with what we have. There's nothing really concrete at the moment. The appearance of the assassin was surprising. Because it just... Like, who hired the assassin? They said somebody from the old guard, so that's something we had to think about too. But honestly, there's nothing we can really go on at the moment. I'm quick to your streaming, you know it. Yeah, you are. But yeah, we'll go ahead and end it here today. Thank you everybody for coming by. Appreciate it. I will see you all next time. I'm probably gonna stream maybe tomorrow or something, but it's probably gonna be like Elden Ring or Dark Souls or something. But we'll see. We'll see. Where are we? Here's my. Oh, there it is. Okay. Episode 3 is coming 2026. Ooh. I wonder how soon. They probably were working on it in parallel with episode 2, which is why it's probably coming so soon. Is it like early 2026? Hold on, let me see. Where's my Steam? Overwhelmingly positive. It makes sense. It's a good game. Oh, you could wishlist it now. Before we couldn't wishlist it. Oh yeah, just 2026. I guess we'll find out soon enough, right? Yeah. I'm going to end the stream here. So, have a good one. Have a good evening. Have a good morning. Have a good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Appreciate y'all stopping by. Have a good one. Done out. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye, Yoshin. Bye.